on. We're recording.
Right.
Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Sam Williams. I am probably well known for TikTok with 111k subscribers.
So today I am joined by Sam Williams. He has willingly accepted my invite on Zoom, which I will be converting over to audio for my radio show and my award certificate for sound art in Totnes. So this week's topic is anti-bullying and hate online and how people deal with it. I thought we could start off with a few funny questions before going into the more deep and serious ones.
Sweet.
This question is from my teacher, and she said, weirdest thing you've been asked?
Someone asked me for feet pictures quite early on, and someone has made, I'm not going to release what it is, but it's a very, very disturbing picture that someone has photoshopped of me onto a porn star. It's weird. I'm not going to release that, but that is the weird, that I didn't ask for it. It just arrived in my inbox one day. Yep.
All right. Let's not dive too deeply into that one. I wasn't expecting that.
It was a weird request that was in my inbox.
I've just read the questions backwards.
Nice.
Tell me about yourself.
So I am Ginger. I am going to be 23 next week. I started TikTok up as something to make people smile during lockdown. Someone told me that I shouldn't do it, so I wanted to prove them wrong and prove what they believed in wrong. They thought it was pretty embarrassing if I was to start it, but I am also working with a youth group in Windsor after lockdown has ended. So TikTok is going to carry on, but it's not my number one job.
So was it just an idea of fun, or were you expecting this much publicity?
Not at all. I started it just as a bit of a laugh. And one of my mates was like, oh, do a dance with your grandma or do something like that. And what's been lovely is that I've been doing like articles and stuff about how the younger generation keep in touch with the older generations in lockdown and stuff. And it's been really nice, actually. I've had a lot of really good comments, and then you obviously get the bad comments, which is why I'm here to talk about it.
Yeah. What do you do in your spare time other than making us laugh?
I speak to mates. I hang out with mates. I work with this youth group. I work with different charities at the moment, which has been fun. I go to the theatre a lot. A theatre is a big part of my life. I go and see musicals, and I go and see plays, and I go and support mates who are in the theatre and all of that. So if you're ever at the theatre, I probably am there too.
I must admit that I have started looking at a few things I've seen on your Instagram story.
Oh, nice. Dear Evan Hansen is
like Ben Platt.
Ben Platt is an absolute god. But
I've sidetracked one of my English lessons.
I'm glad that he could be off.
We're now learning about him.
Are you? That's pretty cool. And in English,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a good person to learn about, to be honest. I wish I was learning about Ben Platt rather than reading of Mice and Men. That's what I read at school.
I must admit, At my old school, I had an Romeo and Juliet book. It had the old English writ on one side of the page and regular English on the other side of the page.
Oh,
I
nice.
have dyslexia.
I
I
used to have
know you have,
badly.
and I was not allowed to read the normal English one.
Oh, that's the thing. I think Shakespeare has changed so
And
much
if I was,
recently that people now only get it unless it's modern. If it's done in modern text with stuff that
yeah,
you can understand, I think people get it a lot more. Whereas I know that a lot of the older generation want to keep
I
the old.
really enjoyed the book.
Yeah, it's
I really enjoyed Shakespeare until I was literally forced to learn it in Old English.
yeah, it's a difficult one. I think you either get it or you don't, and I think it's about the passion that you have doing it and just reading it and understanding it. That's why I love Shakespeare so much, because I try to understand it by going to the theatre. So it was like shooting two birds with
Yeah,
one stone. It was so good, and I saw such amazing versions of it that it was so clear to me. But I can see how it's for,
what is
especially
your
with
favourite
people
Shakespeare?
with with uh with dyslexia. Like when I was young, I could not understand it at all unless I saw it and heard it. But if I was to read it, I would not know what the hell
Yeah,
is going on. It's a
that's why I always, I've always loved Harry Potter,
yeah.
but I was never allowed to watch the film because my brother wouldn't let me borrow the DVDs.
Ah,
So I was allowed the books, but I really struggled with the books.
yeah.
So thankfully, Stephen Fry done the audio book, and that's how I listen to all my books now.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, audiobooks and podcasts and all of that lot are so good for people with
Yeah,
dyslexia. And for
and
me,
they're easier because you can listen to them in the car, you can listen to them on the go.
yeah, I listen to it on the way to work, and it's just they're so nice to listen to. And I just understand everything that they say if it's read to me, compared to me reading it. I will like read
Yeah,
a page of a book and not know what I've just read. Whereas if I hear it, I can be like, I know exactly what's going on
yeah.
in this moment.
There's a name for that. There is actually a diagnosis where you have a fear of reading because you're
Oh,
so scared you'll get it wrong. You actually have a fear for it.
I
I'll have to
definitely
find the
had
name
that
of it.
when I was younger. Definitely had that when I was younger. But I think
What
social
I
media
don't understand is,
social media has worked in really good ways for me, because I read such a lot on social
yeah,
media that I'm just reading articles and stuff and not even thinking about it because it's on my phone. So I automatically just read like a
yeah,
3-page article about theatre or something, and I'll completely understand it. Whereas if I pick up a book, I'm like, there's no chance I'm going to get through 10 pages of this book without knowing what's going on.
no.
But yeah, it's been
Um,
it's been good.
what about your pet peeves?
Pet peeves: people eating with their mouth open. Can't deal with that. Can't deal with that. Another pet peeve that I really have, which is really, really bad, is that people who miss-sing lyrics on purpose, but then go, "Oh my god, I'm such a big fan of this person."
Oh, you'll hate me.
Oh no, I can't deal. Like if someone's like, "Oh my god, I'm such a big fan of this person," and then I hear them singing it, I'm like, "You've just sung completely the wrong lyrics to that, like completely the wrong lyrics."
Have you have you seen that TikTok thing where it's misheard lyrics?
Yeah, yeah, I get that. If people
Half of
literally
them
miss
don't
lyrics,
even sound like the ones in the song.
no, exactly. But it's I can understand why people like hear lyrics, but then if you think about them before you've sung them, they just don't make any sense at all.
Yeah, but you know that song? I think it's by ABBA. Knowing me, knowing you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My brother, because I was very gullible when I was little, my brother told me that the song was touching me, touching you.
Oh, lovely.
So all through my childhood, I used to sing that until mum heard me say it and she told me off.
Um, yeah, I can see why she told you off though.
Um, what
That's
else?
a pretty bad one as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been listening to a lot of songs that I grew up with, and when I was little, they are innocent, literally.
Yeah,
In my mind, they were innocent. I listen to them now, and I'm like, hang on a minute, how was that made public?
yeah, absolutely. Some of those Jason Derulo songs, I have no
I
idea.
know.
Some of them are like so
It's
sexual, and
like,
I'm like, I as a child I just sang them, but no one told me anything different. People just were like, "Oh yeah, it's a Jason Derulo song, isn't it great?"
I can't remember what one it was. There's a song. I'm trying to Google it a minute. Um, Here we go. Sweat by Inner Circle.
Yeah, I know that song. It's really like half the
I
songs
used
that
to sing
children
that.
listen to are so bad, and it's things like Kids Bop that like change lyrics, and you're like, they just
Yeah,
don't make any sense. I'd rather listen to the ruder version.
but they put these songs out on the radio and then they bleep them and then it ruins the song.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Um, is that? I can't even read my own handwriting. Um, what does this charity mean to you then?
What, Anti-Bullying Pro?
Yeah,
So as a child, I was badly bullied, and I kept it very kind of close to me, and I didn't tell many
yeah,
people until I was kind of probably in secondary school. Like all through primary school, I got bullied for something. If it was because I had ginger hair, if it was because they thought I had more money than them, if it was that I was overweight, if it was, and I don't want, as an adult, I don't want kids to be going through that not knowing about Anti Bullying Pro and what it stands for, and being able to be told that someone is there to chat to, because I kept it in for so long that I was just like when it all came out, I was just like, oh, that's such big relief. But it should have come like 7 years ago.
mm,
Um, that it's now just it's it means such a lot to me because I know what work they're doing, and it's so special to see people who are on TikTok or something see a video where you say, "Oh, I'm doing this for Anti-Bullying Pro." Someone does that video or that trend, and it spreads it, and just the power of TikTok and stuff has been incredible. What I've seen, like you can put out a bullying video, and there'll be like hundreds of comments, like from people being like, "I'm here if you want to chat. Don't feel like this." It's
yeah,
so Anti-Bullying Pro actually that just that is going around, and it's so important for me as an adult who is also not being bullied, but there's a lot of hate going around at the moment, and I know that other people must get
yeah,
it as well. It's a thing of jealousy as well, and it's something that I, as an adult who can now control that, I don't want that to happen to a kid who's getting slightly famous in their school because of TikTok, or they have like 20,000 subscribers, or they have one viral video, and their mates start hating on them because they've had like a big viral video, or they've got a few more likes than someone else. Um, that's why I think Anti-Bullying Pro for me is such an important charity.
yeah. I was bullied a lot at school because I've got special needs. I was bullied a lot and I was pushed into a very homophobic school. When I first joined the school in Dawlish, it was, well, at its time, one of the best special needs schools.
Mm,
And I really enjoyed it for the first 3 years. Then I became really good friends with someone and we still talk now. But when she left the school, because she was in a year above me, I
Mm.
used to get a lot of bully.
Yeah.
I can't really say the words on radio, but I had all types of allegations pushed against me, and that went on for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And then the school just excluded me from absolutely no reason. And I've been in about 7 schools now.
Oh man,
But
horrible.
so it actually, it kind of gives me hope to see someone like you actually talking about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, man. It's I've realized that I've got this platform to work with. I've got this platform of 100 plus K, and if I can say on a live or something, my Instagram's open if you want to chat. The amount of people I've had
Yeah, and
come
I
on
know it's
my
open.
Instagram just being like, listen, this is the situation. Like, all I want is a chat. I just want a normal chat with someone. And it's so much easier to tell people what's going on to a complete stranger than it is to tell family. And when I was
Yeah,
younger, that 100% was completely true. Like, I had teachers and stuff who I looked up to in such a huge way that I would tell everything to, but then I would come home and be like, no, I can't tell mum, I can't tell ma, I can't. It's just one of
yeah,
those things
I
where
was the exact same.
I put my trust into people who knew me, but not really. And all I wanted was just the chats
Yeah,
to bring out that confidence in me to be like, this is what's going on, rather than me hiding it and crying and just like holding a grudge against someone, to tell a teacher or to tell a parent or something, just to be like, this is what's going on. For them to literally just go and sort it out was like the best thing that could have happened.
mm. I know that you've helped me a lot in the. I think it's been 2 weeks since I first sent you a message,
Yeah,
but
man.
you have honestly helped me a lot.
I'm glad to hear it. Like when I was at school, I had two very, very influential teachers, and I wanted to be a teacher because of them. Like I've kind of gone around different jobs and stuff, and I've never had the platform to talk to people to be like, okay, I was bullied as a kid. I'm not frightened to say it anymore. Yes, I'm still getting hate. Yes, I'm still dealing with it to this day about people just commenting and not feeling like they would ever say that to my face, but because they're behind a screen. Um, and
Yeah,
it's because of those two teachers that I was just like, okay, I need to be one of them. I need to be someone who kids can talk to so that they don't feel like in the playground they can't talk to someone. Like I was a lot younger than some of the
mm.
other teachers, and I felt like a lot of people put their trust in me because of the age thing, and they were like, oh, this is just a friend. Like that's what I want. I want to work with the younger kids so that I can inspire them and push them, that I can, if they need help, then they can seek a friend rather than seeing me as a teacher or seeing me as a slightly higher authority. Because I think that the whole teacher
Yeah,
thing is really difficult to deal with as a child, because you call people by their second names. You have to have like staff rooms and stuff. It's very complicated. But like as soon as someone becomes past that and you turn more into a friend, like obviously you have that authority where you go, I am a teacher and I can be a teacher if I want to be in a moment. But at the end of the day,
yeah,
people want to be honest. People, and I think if you become someone's friend, they're going to be a lot more easy to talk to, and you'll get what you want out of them. You'll
yeah.
get the conversations you want. You'll get them to say what's wrong. Um, and I think that's what I'm hoping with this platform that I've created, that I can at least help a few people by just being like, hate is just hate, and it will always be a thing, you know?
But another good thing about this is the fact that you're talking about the problem on the thing that causes the problem, if that makes sense. Whereas most people try and support you off the platforms. They try and take it away from social media and warn you about social media, but not on social media. Whereas you're talking about it on social media, so more people are likely to listen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I make one or two videos just being like, to all of the haters, like, it shows that I'm also dealing with things that other people are dealing with. I'm not, because I've got 100K, I'm not invincible. No one is invincible on social media.
Yeah.
There are literally people out there, and I've been told this so many times in the past 2 weeks. People are out there to jump on a bandwagon to send hate about something. They would never ever say it to your
Yeah.
face. They wouldn't, if they were in front of you, they would never say it. But because they're behind a screen and you know that
Yeah.
they'll never meet you, then they say it. Like, I'm one of those people that I care
Yeah.
so much about the other person that if I start sending hate, I know how they're going to feel. So I think more people should
Yeah.
understand that a lot more people, like, people are affected in different ways. So if someone sends a load of hate on one day, you might be really, really happy and kind of just pan it off. And on another day, it might be like another thing where it's like, you might not be having such a good day because of someone else's comment and you've just made that worse. But they're not going to talk up about it at that time. They're going to
Yeah.
take it to heart and stay in with it, and they might not have someone to talk to. So I think the whole TikTok thing for me,
Yeah.
if I can produce one or two videos which just tells people that it happens to everyone and that no one is invincible, that is the message I want to put across. I want to put across the fact that bullying should not be a thing at all, and that bullying is a thing that's happened for years, and it's through generations of people that
Yeah.
it happens, and people are jealous, or people are insecure about themselves, or people are being bullied themselves, so they need to bully someone else to get that off their chest. And I think,
Yeah.
especially in schools, yes, it's a spoken about subject, but it's not spoken about too much. They need to talk about it more, and it's especially
No,
on social media and
it's
stuff.
still very much taboo.
Exactly. And on Facebook or something, if especially at secondary school, I think people are a bit more brave. So when I was at secondary school, lots of people would put like silly comments underneath my Facebook, but then I would see them the next day and be like, so what was that about? Why are you doing that? Why are you teasing me about that? Why, like, what is the point?
Yeah.
And I think, for me, I think schools should be alerted to the fact that social media is now getting to a point where, as I was saying before, if you're in school and you get a big viral video, anyone could be watching that. It's not just kids on this app. There are people on this app who are there to hate. And people need to know that. Schools need to know that when it gets to a certain point, people just are out there to hate, and they're just jealous. But as a kid, I don't think you
Yeah.
understand about hate that much. You don't know how to deal with it. Whereas now, I'm still finding it really, really difficult to deal with hate from day to day. Someone puts one comment that
But this
just
brings
crosses
me
the
on to
line.
the next question.
What's the next question?
How do you deal with hate?
It's a really difficult one. It's a really difficult one because I think I deal with it in different ways because I take it to heart very much. If a comment is like, "Oh, you're a B-Tech Ed Sheeran," I take that to heart. I don't try and be Ed Sheeran. I say it in videos. I don't let it affect me. Day to day, I'm just like, okay, it's yet another person just
No.
kind of having a joke, but thinking they're really funny and getting no likes on it. So actually, I'm laughing at them. But it's one of those things where if you're having a rubbish day and someone comments, you just have to put your phone down. And I think it's the same with you. You took a bit of time off
Yeah.
social media, and it's so important
Yeah.
for people to put down their phone and just leave it and be like, comment is a comment. They're not going to say it to my face. If I meet them in, like, it's different if it's a personal friend, if you know them, who is sending the hate. But if you're not, then you need to just put down your phone and just leave it for a bit. And you need to go and do something that will take your mind off it, because social media hooks you in so much
Yeah.
that I don't know if you found this. I now take weekends off because I'm just like, that's when everyone is on their phones. That's
Yeah.
when everyone is most active. And that's when the hate will come out, when people have had a few drinks and they've just turned on TikTok and they've found your video and they're like, oh, I wonder what I can message this person. Because I've got people who have completely stopped TikTok because of hate. And I'm not willing to let them win.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to let the bullies win because
Well,
they,
it's like that video you uploaded a couple days ago, wasn't it?
yeah, exactly. Because I just,
When you reached, I can't remember how many it was.
oh yeah, I did just hit 100K. And it was like one of those things where people
Yeah.
literally ticked over to 100K. And I then got maybe like 12 messages of hate.
But
Like as soon as it ticked over, it was like an automatic thing that people just started sending hate for no apparent reason. And it didn't affect me because I've had it my whole life. But it's strange having it as an adult trying to
yeah.
deal with it. Because as a child, you're like, oh, I've got
But
people, like parents and stuff to talk to. But as an adult, you're like, you feel like you need to do it yourself. And I think it's important for people
yeah.
to put down their phone and put down their laptop and just have a bit of time
But
off
I
social
can't.
media.
But I can't say that I've had the full hate or as much as you do. But running your fan page, I've in a way kind of seen how bad it can be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I take my hat off massively to you for just running the fan page and taking hate, which you shouldn't get. But if you ever get it, please send it my way. I'm now at a level where I'm not frightened to just message them back and be like, what was that about? Why haven't you spoken to me to my face? Why didn't you message me first before
Yeah.
going behind my back? Like,
And
that's not fair.
another thing is I know sometimes ignoring hate can help,
Mm,
but after a while they give up on you and then they move on to someone else. So
yeah,
you might as well just say to them, why are you hating me? Because
yeah,
if you don't, or if you don't report them, or you keep quiet about it, who's to say that they won't move on to someone else?
exactly. It's now got to the point for me where I see a hate comment that's like just over the line. And I'm not one of those people. If anyone messages on my Instagram or TikTok or something going, oh, you're a BTEC Ed Sheeran. Oh, you're only famous because of your grandma. Like, this is the thing. People are still watching my videos. People are still supporting the channel. People are still tuning into my lives. If I wasn't producing the content that people wanted to see, they would just stop. So people now can't use that against me.
Yeah,
Um, that now I've got to the point where if someone just steps across the line, block, report and block, because it shouldn't be a thing.
yeah,
I think if you block them, you've just got rid of them. You will never see them again unless you see them in person, and that's very
yeah.
rare. But it's just scared people behind a keyboard. Like they would never say it to someone's face unless they were really hurting inside.
But I must admit, how I found out about your TikTok was through the One Show.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
found that and thought, I saw Judy Dench, and to be honest, I thought you're going to be, not to be rude now, but you're going to be one of those people who are only there with your gran, if that makes sense.
yeah.
But then when I saw more videos and I actually started watching them, and then went on Instagram and thought, he's not tagging his gran and stuff. He's not using the hashtag Dame Judy Dench. He's not using any hashtags like that. And there's about, at the time, there were loads more videos than there were of your gran.
Yeah. There
if
still
that
is.
makes sense.
I think from now
And
on, I'm going to.
automatically, I thought, hang on a minute, he's not one of those people.
No, I'm not. I'm literally the most down to earth person. I don't use my grandma for views. I put my grandma in because she's my grandma, and it would be a bit of a laugh to have her in a video. I didn't expect to have
Yeah,
response that I've had, if I'm being brutally honest. I thought I would. I started out with like, I said to my mates, 100 followers and 2,000 like likes on my whole channel. Like what it is now, in the time that it's happened, is mental. And it's, if people want to criticize me for using my grandma, it's my grandma. Like I know a lot of people who are very
yeah,
based on TikTok who think that I'm only doing it for fame and fortune. And actually I'm not, because as soon as lockdown's over, it's not going to be my first priority, if I'm being honest. I'll still keep on doing it, but I'm
no,
not going to make it into the Judy Dench channel, because that's not right. Because I'm working
yeah.
hard on videos and spending a lot
And
of time editing and stuff, that if someone was to criticize me for
what
using
makes me
my
laugh
grandma, it's not
is
good
I
on.
can put up a picture on my public Instagram of me and my gran.
Mm,
I'll get probably about 3 comments and 1 share.
mm.
That'll be it. But then as soon as someone famous starts posting about something, they get all the backlash. And I'm like, it's the exact same. Famous people and people like you do have a life behind closed doors.
Yeah, and it's one of those things as well that I'm like, if you met me in person, I am super down to earth. Yes, I wear nice designer clothes, but that's because I worked hard for it. I don't take anything for granted in my
Yeah,
life. I still get starstruck about meeting people. Like a lot of people think that, oh yeah, he's just
yeah,
met with a load of famous people. I'm really not. I'm really not. I have my mates. They're always going to be there. I'm doing TikTok out of, I would have always done the anti-bullying videos because that's what I believe in. But it's nice to hear people
yeah,
messaging me being like, "Oh, you've brought a smile to my face," or "You've made me laugh," or "Oh, are you going to go live today because it's going to really cheer up my week." So it's one of those things where I think a lot of people just need to give me a bit of, just need to step back a bit and just watch my videos rather than them seeing one video of my grandma and being like, oh, I must follow him and like him and watch these videos. Whereas like I've just seen that one of my videos is the best liked video on my whole channel, like outdoes my grandma's videos, which is mental. That's one of my videos. So that's now gone down
yeah.
as the best performing video on my channel. And I'm not having someone take that away from me because I've used my grandma a few weeks ago. If people want to unfollow me because I'm
But
not putting my grandma on,
like
then that's
the
fine.
videos with your, but that's what you've got to look at as well. Is if you look at the videos when your gran isn't in them, they most of them, some even have more comments and likes and shares than the ones with your gran.
Exactly. And it's like one of those things where, yeah, my content's not as good if my grandma's not in it. I get that. And I get that the views might not be as quick, but I still have a load of people who are watching my videos. I'm still getting roughly around 10K views a video, but I like, I
Yeah,
look at other
more than me.
creators and I look at other creators and they're around the same sort of sub as me and they've got the exact same number, but that's because people are watching. People didn't like my content, they wouldn't stay around. If
No,
if they didn't see my grandma
but
in a load
I
of
must
videos,
admit,
they need to just understand that it's not called the Judy Dench channel. It's called the Sam Williams one channel. And I'm not gonna just
no.
use my grandma because that's my grandma. That's like everyone else's grandma. Like what, just because she's been in a few
But
movies
then
and like
if
she's been on
Judy
telly,
Dench was to upload a video,
everyone would be
but
commenting
I feel
things.
like if Judi Dench started TikTok now and you were in one video of that, they would be like, you've only joined because of Sam.
Yeah, yeah. But like, it's one of those things
Do you
where,
see what I mean?
yeah, exactly. And
You
it's,
can't win.
I no, exactly. And it's like, oh, people would then would message me being like, oh my God, I can't believe that your grandma's got TikTok. Like, are you just trying to get more views? Or are you just trying to get more, just everything? Like, it will always come back on me in some way or another.
Yeah.
And that's when the hate comes out.
But then
And it's getting to the point
I
now where
can
like,
I
I
can
can,
tell you're down to earth
yeah, I can turn around to my grandma
because
and tell
I
her
don't know.
every bit of hate that I get. And people probably don't know that if I get like a really
Yeah.
bad bit of hate, I turn around to my grandma and I'm like, so this is what's just happened. And she's like, okay, that's why I never do social media, because these are always going to be people who hate on you for something. And it's
Yeah.
a tough one because it's always going to come back badly on me. But you just learn from them. Every
Yeah.
single hate comment is a new learning experience.
Yeah. But like I must admit that my favorite video is probably the cookie one or the bird one.
This is the thing. I took a bit of time off, and I've taken off the pressure of I must make a very good HD video which makes people laugh, and if it doesn't, then I won't upload it.
Yeah.
I can easily, like, I just posted a
But
video.
if you go onto my channel,
Hmm.
you've got the last video you've got has got, I can't read it. I can't see it on this computer, but maybe if I click it, it's got 180, 180, 848 likes.
Nice.
I got there in the end.
But like that, I took a bit of time off. I took,
And that was 3 hours ago.
yeah. So like today's video is blown up, and I've literally stood in front of a camera talking. People want
Yeah.
people want content that they can relate to and that they can have a bit of a laugh without actually thinking about it. And so, like, yes, I can make the good skit.
Like your cry one.
Yeah. And my money tree one, like, it didn't take that much effort.
And they're so simple as well.
Mm. And it's the
No.
ones that are like easy to do, simple, but then the ones that I've taken time with and like make it funny and it's a little pun on words are the ones that people don't take the time to watch. So it's getting to the point where like that video today, I did not expect it to do that well. Like I maybe get in an hour, I get between 1,000 and 1,300 views in the first hour. I get probably 100 likes.
And yeah, but another thing is that I don't mean to blow my own trumpet here, but you could do a better interview probably than this.
It's one of those things where like you
If
realize
that makes sense.
it's also like I went on Australian radio last week and they just used me for other things. They didn't want to talk about TikTok. They didn't want to talk. They just wanted to talk about my grandma. So I think coming on things like this where people maybe don't watch as much, but there are definitely people who would listen and they would feel a more intimate conversation because we're just talking together, and rather than it being in front of millions of people and it goes out live and me just being asked the exact same questions, like you're probably the first
and not being funny.
You're probably the first person who's
What were you going to say?
You're probably the first person who's sat down and like asked me questions about TikTok and about anti-bullying, and why I do TikTok. It's always got to have my grandma in it. An interview for a big TV company.
Yeah,
They never can have
I
someone
mean,
with
we've
100K
spoken about you.
followers.
But we've spoken about your gran, but we haven't. I don't believe if I wanted to interview Dame Judy Dench, I would email her agent. Not that it would happen, but
Mm,
I'd email them. Then I'd try and get a hold of her personally. I
yeah,
wouldn't go, you know what, I know this person, I'm going to go through him, because
that's the
you
problem.
can't really speak about what the brand believes in, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
the amount of people who have tried that during TikTok, and like with my jokes and stuff, it's great, but I'm still getting it like maybe 25, 30 a day, and I've had over 3,000 now. Like, how am I supposed to pick? Like, if I had done that and it was just a joke with a mate, that would have maybe I would have had like
Yeah,
100 jokes, not 3,000. And this is the
yeah,
thing, I do 2 jokes per video. I can't start using my grandma to just for views or something, because then people know that I'm changing. I'm not going to
yeah.
change my content. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm going to carry on doing what I love, making people smile, do
But
my
then,
lives and have a nice time and all of that.
but then the haters have got to realise if their dad was someone like Dwayne Johnson or Harry Styles or something like that, they'd do the exact same.
Of course,
They'd have
because
them in a
they know
video.
that it's going to boost
If
them.
you had someone famous in your family, if you had someone in your family, who's not going to do a video with them and post it online?
Hmm. Well, I
It's
think people,
choosing whether to use them or engage them.
yeah, and I think at the beginning I was like, oh, I'll put my grandma in like with the famous relative check, and I was like, oh, I'll put her in like just because otherwise if I put her in a video just straight out, people are going to be like, wait, I know who that is. Whereas people now, like, if they know my channel, they know my early videos, they know who she is. There's a lot of questions still going around where people just watch one video and use that video against me because it will probably have my grandma in, or it will be something
Yeah,
like that where they watch, because TikTok, like the celebrity thing, they'll push that one video that will then start getting views and comments and likes, and that will then push it
but then
forward and forward.
people need to understand that just because you've done that video with Dame Judy Dench in, just because it comes on the FYU page or the For You page, you didn't put it there.
No,
You didn't choose to have that one on the FYP page.
no, I would have.
So
There's
when people
so
message
many
you on
more
the
that I would have
FYU
put
page,
on. There are so many videos, like all of my
yeah,
videos that I put out, I check, I double check, I edit, I re-edit, I change filters and stuff, like not in terms of like a bad thing, but I just want it to be the best it can be compared to some people who are in my position, who
yeah.
have famous relatives, and they're like, dance, 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 comedy skit, dance, 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 comedy skit, all with their famous relative. It boosts them to like millions of followers, but actually what they want is not what they're getting.
Yeah.
They 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 probably want fame and fortune
If I
and
go on,
deals and lots of things, but I just have a problem that I'm trying to raise money for charity and all of this, and it's like people have been so generous with their money, but I know that if one of those
yeah,
people were to put up a crowdfunder or put up a GoFundMe, it would literally be completed in a few seconds. It just would. And it's horrible to think like that
yeah,
because that's not right. And I'm trying really hard to collect money for Anti-Bullying Pro and Riding for the Disabled, because both of them
yeah.
are doing such amazing work in lockdown, that it's just amazing, and I want to raise money for them and use this platform.
But
to do good things. Whereas I think people who
Like,
live in LA and they live in Hollywood, like I know Hollywood is in LA, but people who like get given things by companies to wear and all of this, like it's not like this. Quarantined, all of the money
yeah,
goes towards a charity, and it comes from a TikToker called It's Ronnie W. He messaged me being like, "I don't suppose you would buy my T-shirt or my jumper so that the money would go to charity." Nothing has been given to me through TikTok.
yeah,
Like, yes, I have 100K, but nothing. I've had no brand deals. I've had no money given to me, and if I
yeah.
have on my lives, it goes straight to charity. I'm not one of those people to use my platform to make me
But
more
then,
famous or me more rich. I'm not even rich, actually. My bank account is sorely, sorely low. But I'm putting the money towards a good place, and I'd much rather put it to a better place than not at all, you know?
yeah, like my most viewed video is the one where I really embarrassed myself dancing to your TikTok, which is ridiculous, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
But then I done one a few days before that and I didn't tag you and it's got 82 views.
yeah. It's ridiculous. Like the whole algorithm of TikTok needs to be sorted out because people work really hard on videos, and those are the videos that don't do so well.
Yeah,
And at first, it was like it was that thing of it being like,
like,
oh, I've only got 10K views to a video that I have 100,000 followers. So, oh, that's not great at
but
all.
then I don't think you should, I don't believe that you should be able to see how many likes you've got unless you're the person who's put it up.
Yeah, because I think people judge a video.
Because I know I've liked your
Like,
video.
mm,
Because I know for a fact I'll go on YouTube, I'll Google how to turn on my computer, I'll go to the most viewed one, which
mm,
might be rubbish compared to the one that's only got one view.
yeah, exactly. And it's one of those ones where
Like, I'm
I think
sending you,
I think views, like I think they took off. There was something on YouTube that they took off quite recently. It was something like they were going to take off the views or something on a video unless you were the creator, because people don't want to see the amount of views or go, oh my word, this video has 42 million views. I'm going to watch that one. But this
like,
one
a
is
thing that
1 second less, but
I,
it's 29 million.
yeah, I'm sending you, I'm not trying to promote myself here. I sent you a video that had, oh, let's have a look. I just sent it to you on Instagram. If I go onto YouTube and then go onto my channel, that video I've sent you is the exact same one on YouTube.
Mm.
And on YouTube, I have, are you actually going to load? Where is it? On YouTube, it has 12 views. I called it the exact same name, it's the exact same video views.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think that's right.
Not at all. I don't think that's no. It's one of those things as well. My mate is really, really like into his YouTube, and he's trying so hard, and he's getting maybe like 10 to 12 views on a video.
Like, I've given up on YouTube.
It's impossible unless you've got
Like,
like a famous, not a relative, but if you've got like a famous YouTuber backing you, that you can start off and get that little step up.
yeah,
That's all you need. Whereas people starting out now, it takes them years to get like 1,000 subscribers. And it's like there are so many
like,
people doing it. Whereas TikTok, you go on it, you put a video up, and you could easily get 100 views. Easily. And it's
Yeah,
like one of those things where if you
like
write hashtags or you
I've got
write any of that, you're going to get 100 views, and it's going to be more than YouTube will have probably got you.
yeah,
It's
but I've got 32 subscribers on my channel,
mm,
and I've uploaded videos. I didn't record these videos because I wanted them to be on YouTube. They're just random stuff off my phone
yeah,
that I've taken, like me falling over. I didn't want that on YouTube, but because it was on my phone, I thought I'd upload it. And that's what YouTube and all these apps used to be, was
yeah.
just, I've done something I find funny, let's upload it. Whereas now people are putting so much effort into it and not getting any credit for it.
It is ridiculous. Like TikTok, I just said to my mate, I was like, upload a video and you'll see you probably got more likes and views in that one video than you've ever got on YouTube. And he literally uploaded a video that took him a tenth of the time, but he saw an instant like, and he saw an instant view, and he saw if he put the right hashtags, he just kept on seeing it go up. But he was a bit like, yeah, TikTok is
Yeah,
TikTok. TikTok is easier to get views and subscribers from, but it's
I would much rather, not being funny, be known as a YouTuber than a TikTok star or
absolutely,
someone like that.
yeah,
Because YouTube, you get something from it. You get a play button, you get invites, you get interviews,
hmm,
and all of this. Whereas TikTok, you upload a video, you get all the hate, you push through all the hate, and at the end of the day, all you get is someone making someone smile, if that makes sense.
yeah, exactly. It's one of those
Which
things where like
I don't mind.
TikTok for me, yes, I wanted to be a YouTuber at one point, and I tried it, and it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. And with TikTok, because it's not quick views, but they're
It's
constant
easy.
views, and there are views going up if you get a good video, it boosts all of your others. And it's nice to have like a load or like a
In a way, it is.
it's nice that you can have like a fan base that will go on and like it whatever the video is. Whereas with YouTube, I think people are a lot more critical of it.
Yeah,
And if it's not funny, then they're not going to like it, and they're not going to watch the whole video.
I'm terrible on TikTok. When I first joined TikTok, I was really bad. I would scroll through the FYU page
Mm.
and just, like on Instagram, when you scroll through Instagram, you just click like, you don't really read it.
Mm.
You just double tap. I was doing that on TikTok, and it wasn't until I took that weekend off that I realized I'm liking these videos, but I'm not actually taking the time to go on their channel.
Yeah, that's something that
I'm watching one of their videos, I'm following them,
yeah, that's
but I'll
something
never go back to their channel.
I've been doing. I've been like, if I see someone on my For You page, I look at like the amount of likes that they've got, and I go onto their channel and I look at their channel and like their videos,
Yeah,
and I don't just go boom 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 like boom boom boom. I don't scroll through. I take time to look at people's channels because I know how easy it is to follow.
yeah.
I personally think there should have been
Like
something that you had to
I
go on
found,
their channel to follow them so that you can see
yeah,
more than one of their videos, because otherwise you're literally just judging a book
yeah.
by its cover. And unfortunately, a lot of those people are,
Like,
they put out one good video, they get a follow, and then it goes to their head, and that's it.
yeah. And when I found you on the one show, I didn't think anything of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't pursue it. I just thought, oh, to be honest, I thought, oh, it's Ed Sheeran, turned over. And then a couple days later, I joined TikTok for the first time. I was scrolling through TikTok. You came up on my FYU page, and it was the same one that was on the one show.
Hmm.
And to be honest, I don't really like the dance challenges and all of that.
yeah, yeah,
But I clicked on your channel and went through all your videos and liked them. I didn't just judge you from that one video I
yeah.
saw.
It's
which I quite easily, many people do, and they don't realise they
100%.
do it.
And the thing is, because it's so easy to give a follow, you're like, oh yeah, I've got such a good fan base. You go on to your followers, which I do on a daily basis, like see new people who have followed me, and I click on their profile, and they've either got one person following them, or they follow like 3,000 people. That is
Yeah.
not. That's not like on YouTube. I think I've got like 110 that I follow, and a lot of them are very, very old channels that aren't public anymore. It's but with TikTok,
I had
it's just it's
a
so
dark
easy.
part
It's so easy
of
to
my life
follow people.
where YouTube was basically,
Mm. It's a weird one
yeah,
because in
I had a very dark part in my life
yeah,
where YouTube was my only way out. I am subscribed to, hang on a minute, 221 people,
yeah,
and they're all daily vloggers. And I had a dark part of my life where I would come home from school and I would sit there and watch all of those 221 videos
mm,
in that evening.
mm,
And that would be my way out. But then I started realizing that actually it's easy to sit here and watch someone's comment video and hate it or like it or whatever. And it's easy to comment. Like
yeah,
I used to reply to people's comments on videos that I seen in another video. They
yeah.
would comment, "Oh, I love this video." Then I'd see that same person commenting on a different video, and then I started talking to them like that. And then I realized that I don't actually know them,
No,
and it puts people in places that they shouldn't really be relying on.
no, not at all. It's what's really weird is that on YouTube you've got the dislike button, which I don't agree with. I hate the
Yeah,
dislike button. I think that's so wrong. Like
yeah,
you either like the video or you just leave it. You don't give it a dislike. And
or you don't.
there's only a few
But
videos where I've ever disliked it, like the Logan Paul Suicide Forest one. I just didn't agree with that.
yeah,
And there's
but
literally a
I've
handful
noticed on YouTube,
of videos that I would dislike, but like 90% of them I would like just because I've seen that they've worked really hard on it or they've
yeah,
tried to do a new thing
but
or
the
vlog
thing
or
that I've noticed is if I watch a video on YouTube, I will sit there and enjoy the video, but
yeah,
then I'll click off it. I won't like it. I won't comment. I won't do anything.
yeah,
I'll just think, oh, that was a good video. I'll see if they've got another one. Whereas on TikTok, you see a video and you do like it because of how easy it is.
it's but like you like it and that's it. You just keep on scrolling. Like I've seen, I can't remember
Yeah,
his name, but there's one man who just comments on comments that he's had, and he's on like he's just surpassed me
yeah,
on subscribers, and I'm like, people are watching rubbish when there's such good content out there. Like with YouTube, you can tell in the first kind of
yeah.
2 minutes if you're going to enjoy the video. Whereas with TikTok, it's like people don't really know what they like, I don't think. And it's either like a laughing
No. If you go through, to, if I go to TikTok
people either like
and
laugh at you, which is a form of bullying,
mm,
and just kind of take the mick and do silly comments for him to comment on. Or there's ones that
yeah,
like take a lot of time and you're
I'm
like,
following,
it's a weird one.
I'm following 456 people on TikTok, and
Mm.
I probably religiously watch about four of those people.
Yeah, I think I follow,
It's just,
but it's like I've come under though someone did a duet of me basically showing me the profile being like, mate, you need to follow more people. Like you can't have that like to follower ratio. And I'm like, I can do what I want. Like if I want to follow mates and only mates and maybe a few accounts that I watch, that's what I'm going to do. but like I don't want to be told what I should be doing because that's the right thing to do. Like I currently follow
Yeah,
127 people with 110,000 followers. Like,
yeah. But what I try and do with the fan page is, even if they don't want to be added to the group chat, I will still message them and just be like, "Thanks for the follow."
yeah, and I do that all the time. I'm just
I've
like,
done that with every.
if I see like a really really good video or something, I'll give it a like and comment, being like, I absolutely
Yeah,
love this. Or if someone ats me in a message, I'll read it. If someone wants me to look at their profile, all they have to do is message me, and I will literally go onto their account straight away and watch it. Like I'll watch their videos.
yeah.
I'll be interested in it. You know, I'm not gonna just like
But
be,
there's
you know,
but they people need to learn that there's a very thin line between honesty and just hate,
yeah. It's
and that's where people get confused on social media.
yeah. People just need to kind of understand that hate is it's a thing, and it's always going to be a thing, because people are going to
Yeah,
come from different ways of life, and they're just going to not understand it in the way that they want to. They can easily say something behind a screen, and they can shut their computer and feel much better about themselves because they can laugh it off. Now, if you see
yeah,
it from the other point of view, that person might have had actually a really rubbish day. And if you start sending hate and make that a
yeah.
word day, people are going to do, people are going to come off TikTok. Like I was actually thinking about coming off TikTok before 100K.
But
I was just like, the hate I'm getting is just not right. I shouldn't be
yeah,
getting this much hate over what? Like
but
literally.
then it's like we're basically saying exactly what Ed Sheeran said in, I can't remember what interview, but he said the bad outweigh the good. You do one gig, and if you muck up on that one gig, everyone will longer than they remember how good I was,
Yeah. It's
which is
so
true.
hard to kind of understand, like obviously with like, because I've been looking at like Tilly Ramsey and Courtney Cox's daughter,
Yeah,
and like people with famous relatives on TikTok, they have 10 times the amount of subscribers and followers than me. And like everyone can be
yeah,
like, oh, well, you don't know their situation. Well, I know how many messages I get on a daily basis on my Instagram and on my TikTok, and people commenting. That like theirs is on such a level where they can't keep up with it. They can't keep up. They can't. They literally refresh, and there's like maybe 1,000 people following them. Like they're not going to be
yeah,
able to see the hate. They're not going to be able to go through and be like, oh, look at the hate. Look at the hate. Whereas I'm a lot smaller than their channel, and like it's
and
like
you,
constant, but it's, I still can read all of the comments that get put on my videos, all of them.
yeah. But
So
another thing I noticed is, I think I was, to be honest, I nearly had a heart attack when you first replied to my message on Instagram, because I've messaged people before on Instagram, and I've messaged a YouTuber before, and it's taken about a month for a reply. But you literally replied just like that.
it's because I'm like, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything. I am literally down to earth. I don't take anything for granted. I've never taken anything for granted. And I never asked for this TikTok thing. So for people to be messaging me on Instagram, like
Yeah,
Instagram has blown up to 15,000. Like I'm now in a situation where people are asking me to do charity videos and people are asking me to do stuff. And I'm like, but why do I deserve it more than someone who produces really good content on YouTube and has 4,000. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
just because I've got a famous relative doesn't mean that my accounts automatically blow up. Like, it, for
yeah.
me, I've always wanted to be an influencer, but it's now got to the point where I'm like,
But with this
I'm not.
radio show that I'm doing,
Mm,
I don't do it for the views, the fame, the credit, or anything like that. I do it because I enjoy hearing other people's stories.
yeah,
Like to hear their opinions on things. I like to have to edit it myself. I like to have to put it out there and be on time and schedule it.
mm,
But some people just think I'll upload a video and it'll hit 1 million just like that.
yeah,
People don't understand that you still have to wait. No
yeah,
matter how many family members you have, no matter how famous you are, you still have to wait.
yeah, absolutely.
Even Ed Sheeran has to wait,
Yeah, yeah.
not as long, but he won't get a like within 1 second.
But like Ed Sheeran, the biggest selling pop star in the world right now, put like 5 or 6 videos up on TikTok, left social media, but doesn't even have 1 million followers. Like, I know he's not a constant
No,
TikToker, but you would think that someone like that has like 6 or 7 million, like straight out the back. And he had less than 1 million, and people
yeah,
don't watch his videos because he's
but
not.
like you go on his Twitter.
Yeah,
But I went on his Twitter the other day because I just was bored and I wanted random people, random things to read, and I know what he's like on Twitter. So I
mm,
went through it. I scrolled right to the beginning of his Twitter page, and some of his tweets only have 1 like and 1 share,
mm. It is
and
ridiculous.
I was shocked by that.
But I 100% like. It's definitely not as big for me at all. It's not even on the same table as him in terms of the amount of followers and the amount of hate and the amount. But I think once you get to a certain point, you just don't look at that. You don't look at the hate. You don't look at, because you
No,
can't keep up with the hate.
like if I if I went on TikTok now and thought I'll upload a video of me cooking or something like that, and if it doesn't get 1 million hits within an hour, I'm
Mm,
coming off TikTok.
yeah.
I I would never have TikTok. I'd never have any social media platform.
No, exactly.
I When I first started Instagram, I didn't follow anyone and nobody followed me, but
Yeah.
I would still post on it,
Yeah, exactly.
if
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Hmm.
And you can't let the negative people drag you down.
You can't. Absolutely. It's one of those things where you have to, as a person, you have to find it in yourself to rise above that. You have to have the power to, if you get hate and you take it to heart, you have to put your phone down and be around people that love you for you, and go, well, these people would never say that in real life. That's why I open up my Instagram, because I know that people on my
Yeah.
TikTok have TikTok, and I know that they get a lot of hate. But I have had a lot of people being like, oh, my friend is being bullied, come onto her channel, and can you just drop it a like and comment, like, for like a positive thing for her, like she absolutely loves you. And then you go on, like, comment, and then they go, oh, can you just duet this for us, like it would mean the world, like we're such a big fan. And you just go, I are you sure about that? Like, would you go as far as to just duet someone if they were being bullied? Why aren't you helping them? Like, I'd much rather have a
Yeah.
conversation with them
But
than put it out on TikTok and get them a few more subscribers, which probably would come due to hate.
yeah.
And like, I would rather have a normal
Like I
chat.
appreciate the fact
I'd much rather have
I
a chat
appreciate
with
the
someone.
fact you started following the fan page.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's one of those things where, like,
Like
I I
I
don't.
don't expect you to like every single post. because that would be impossible.
But it's one of those things where I would much rather have a conversation with someone. If they're being bullied, I'd much rather a friend reach
Yeah,
out and went, listen, what you're doing is amazing. They just want to chat. I'd much rather have a Zoom with them
I
and
would
talk through it than
I would much rather this. I would literally much rather this conversation we're having than doing like a YouTube video or
yeah. But then for people to be like, oh, can you just duet this?
public
You don't duet
or getting
people.
drunk
You
together like that. I'd
show,
much rather have,
yeah,
yeah, because to me, this is more personal
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But it's
because
getting
you're taking time out of your day
no worries at all,
to
man.
talk to me.
It's just one of those things where people need to understand that hate is a thing, and if you put yourself out there,
Yeah,
you may well always get hate. There's always going to be someone who sees your video.
yeah,
If you get 5 views on your video, that's 5 times likelier than if you hadn't posted that video. I think about it every time that I post a
yeah.
video, I'm like, what am I going to get hate for this time? What am I, is this video going to come under like
And it
criticism?
drags you down from the inside
It does, absolutely. It does, absolutely. Drags you in.
because,
Um, but
like,
it's such
I
small
could
things.
comment on one of your videos saying, like, I could comment on one of your videos and be like, "Ha, your hair's ginger," laughing face. To me, that could be funny. But because you've been bullied through childhood for
Yeah.
being ginger, it you don't know what triggers someone.
No, not at all. And it's one of those
That's
things where
it.
you, for me, like if someone wants me to duet, it because they want to alert someone to bullying, I'm not going to do it if you're holding up a piece of paper that says I'm being bullied or I'm because you're asking for views. You're not. I'd much rather someone message me be like, listen, my daughter's a really big fan of yours. She's being bullied, and I would love you to
Yeah,
support the channel. If I go on there and there's videos of them being really, really happy and like laughing,
it's
and
like
one video of them holding up like a sheet of paper or like bullies right by their head, like I'm not going to believe that. I like inside I'm
no,
like, if someone messages me and just says, listen, my daughter or son is being bullied, can you just come onto this channel and support it a bit? But like, sure, why not? But if someone is like, oh, can you duet
yeah.
this random video that has nothing to do with bullying, I'm like, no. There are people out there that actually need
But
support and help, and I'm not willing to
I I
go on
used to
your
be
page.
I used to be friends with someone who used to do a lot of self-harm because she used to be bullied online. But then rather than blocking the haters and the bullies and all, then take a picture and put, "Look what you made me do." That's showing them what they want
Yeah.
to see. They want to see that they've actually hurt you.
Mm.
It's a horrible feeling, but that is what they want.
Yeah.
If you smile at them and be like, "Look, I'm doing well,
Mm.
no matter how many dislikes you give me, I'm going to keep on going." Eventually, they will just give up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is a hard one because if you're like enjoying where you are in life and someone brings you down with one comment, it just is a kick in the throat. And it's one of those things where
Yeah,
that one comment can literally bring you down to the point where you're on your, like, you've got your finger over the TikTok delete button and you're like, okay, I'm going to get rid of it all. In the
yeah.
first few weeks of my channel, I was like, I'm going to delete it because no one's commenting saying that they're smiling. No one's enjoying my videos. No one's doing anything.
That's why, not being funny, I like to message the group chat
Yeah, yeah.
if that makes sense. I like to message the group chat. I know you're always busy and you don't always read them, but I make sure to message and be like, look, Sam's uploaded a new video. I think it's funny. Then I will then go onto my Facebook and put it up.
Yeah, man. It's
if that makes sense.
It's getting to the point now where like I know where the fans are, but like if the hate got too much,
Yeah.
I could easily just delete my account, and I don't like. I would happily stay in touch with people, or I would just keep the videos and keep the one bullying one up, because that's the one what I want people to see. I don't want them to see the ones with my grandma. I want to put a good message forward, and if yeah, it's one of those ones where I just don't. I have thought very hard, being like, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that is making people happy, that they're watching, that they're supporting, that they're doing all of that? That I'm just a bit kind of.
You have helped me a lot.
I'm glad, man.
And I mean,
I could be of some
assistance
and just have a chat. Like that's literally all I like. I like having a chat with people. I like meeting people. I like hearing people's stories. I may have.
I could have easily messaged you.
I may have like 98 requests on my thing, but then none. Like all of them are not anything special. They're all just like jokes, or they're emojis from reactions from my Instagram, or they're like, it got to a point where I was like, I'll open up my Instagram, and I think I came off a live once and I had like 95 messages, all from people who have been on the live, who were like interested, or they wanted just to chat or something. I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And then you message them back with something, and it's like you get a life story, and for one person to take in 95 people's stories, it's really difficult, but I try my hardest to get to as many people as I possibly can. Hello.